Hello there, wherever you're watching around the world. It's Mr. Maximo here, Vinny Sandu for the European Cricket Network with the match preview for Match 6 of the European Cricket Series coming to you out of Cyprus this week on the European Cricket Network. And the first game of Tuesday sees Amdocs taking on the Nicosia Tigers. Now, this game will start at 6 o'clock a.m. GMT, which is 8 o'clock in Central Europe. It's 11:30 a.m. in India, so it's a little bit of an early start compared to some of the other venues that we have covered cricket from. And don't forget, you can catch all the action here on the European Cricket Network on our website, www.ecn.cricket, or on our YouTube channel. If you're in India, you can catch it on Fancode. If you're in the UK or Ireland, you can catch it on Free Sports. So we hope that you can join us for the 5 matches on the Tuesday. And if you don't already, why don't you follow us on European Cricket on our social media, or you can follow me, Mr. Maximo. I certainly have a lot of interesting messages every day. It's so nice to meet so many people from all around the world, and they're loving the European Cricket Series, the fast-paced action, the T10 cricket, big hits, thrills, spills, and to be honest, some things that I really haven't seen very often in cricket. They're happening on cricket fields all over Europe. So please join us on social media, or you can join me, Mr. Maximo. Let's get into what we can expect on the second day of action there in Cyprus. You can see this is a 5-team tournament. They'll play each other twice, so they play 8 preliminary matches. We have 5 matches every day, Monday to Thursday, and then we have finals Friday, where the top 4 teams will play off for the title. Let's move along then to Match 6, Amdocs versus the Nicosia Tigers. And we do have some likely lineups for you. With Amdocs, they'll be led by their captain Hitesh Thadani, with Aritra Chakraborty behind the stumps. Well, Amdocs had a very tough day at the office on the Monday. They played 2 matches on day 1. They lost both. And in the first match, they had a bright start, but the innings really hit the skids. They were 50 off only 4 overs, but could only manage another 29 off the final 6 for a final score of 79. That wasn't enough against the Punjab Lions. Now, in their second match, they only managed 59 as a team in their 10 overs. So they have to find some runs. They have to find them fast. But look, they still have 6 matches to go, so there's plenty of time to turn things around. They'll play twice on day 2. As for the Nicosia Tigers, they will be led by their captain Faisal Mir, with Yasir Khan taking over the gloves for them. Now, they are also without a win, but they have only played 1 game so far, also against the Punjab Lions. Now, they play 3 games on the Tuesday, so I'm calling it Super Tiger Tuesday, and they have rung the changes. We might see as many as 5 new faces from the team that lost their opener to the Lions. So in that match, they had to chase 128 for victory. They did make it to 104, but to be honest, the Tigers were never really in the hunt in the battle of the big cats. So we are looking forward to seeing which one of these teams will be able to register a win in this match, the first match of 5 on Tuesday. Let's go to Mr. Maximo's 11 to watch. And for the Nicosia Tigers, I have super highlighted for them their wicketkeeper, Yasir Khan. Now, he will open the batting, and he looked pretty good on the way to 34 runs off only 21 balls in their tournament opener. So I've super highlighted him. I have also super highlighted for them Farooq Ahmed. Now, he's primarily a bowler, but he did chip in with 25 not out off only 12 balls and showed some hitting power at the end of their innings to go with his 2 for 19 with the ball. So I think he's somebody who hopefully they recognise his ability to score some quick runs and get him up a bit higher in that batting order, because it's so important to have hitters in the T10 facing as many balls as possible. I've also included for them Roman Mazumdar. Now, he comes into the side. He's a very attacking player. I think he's suited to the 10-over format, as well as Shabi-ul-Hassan. Now, he'll bat in the middle order, but he's also pretty handy with his leg spinners. He picked up 2 for 17 in their match. Also, there's some all-round options in Rashid-ul-Hassan. Now, he'll probably open the batting as well. He scored a crisp 32 off 23 balls in their match last night, as well as Iftikhar Jaman. He's another big hitter who comes into the side. And finally, for them, I've highlighted Abdullah Al-Tazmin, who likely will be their opening bowler. For Amdocs, I've highlighted some of their players as well, including Swaroop Patnaik. Now, he is an opening batsman, and really, he was their only innings of note on day 1. He scored 32 off 19 balls. He really put a scare through the Lions' den early, but after his dismissal, it was a procession of Amdocs batsmen that just couldn't get the score moving. So he looked good. He scored 6 boundaries. It's really important if Amdocs are going to win some games. I think that he goes on with that, makes a really big score. I've also highlighted for them Vimal Kanduri. Now, he was promising at times on day 1 as well. Also, I put in Gaurav Sagwan. Now, I think he actually bowled pretty well against the Mouflons, picking up 1 for 14 off his 2 overs. Also in there, I've put Vilok Sharma. Now, he bowls some left-arm spinners, and he picked up a wicket against the Mouflons. I actually think they might throw him up the order just to get something going. They have to try things. They have to gamble to try and get some runs, and I think it's a gamble probably worth taking to get Vilok Sharma up the order a little bit. So let's move along to the next phase of the show. And it certainly was interesting watching some T10 cricket from Cyprus. We have seen some T20 cricket before on the European Cricket Network. It was a very windy day there, so the players and the spectators and all of the crew actually had to work in some trying conditions. So thanks to all of our crew over there. I know the cameramen were writing out their last will and testament up there as they were blowing all over the place. But these are the lengths that we go to bring this cricket to you on the European Cricket Network. So we do appreciate everyone's work over there in Cyprus. So as far as this game goes, well, it will be interesting because one of these two teams will still be without a win after the first match of Tuesday, which will be a little bit of a concern. Now, I do have a question that keeps coming up in the comments, so I thought I would address it now. And it is, Mr. Maximo, can you please do more than one preview per day? And I did address this the other day, but I thought it's a good chance to address this again. And the short answer is, at the moment, with my work with European cricket, there's just so much going on. And although it might not be obvious to you, these preview videos generally take up 3 to 6 hours per video to get them to the standard, which I'm happy with to make sure I'm giving you the best information, the best advice. So the reason I don't do more than one a day is because I simply don't have the time at the moment to do it to the quality that I would need to put it on the European Cricket Network. But we do the first game every day, generally the first game. My advice to you would be, watch the games, make your own conclusions, okay? It's really important if you want to do well, if you're playing some fantasy cricket or whatever you're doing, if you're following the games, just watch the players and make your own decisions, because I'm hopefully giving you the tools to make slightly better decisions. But ultimately, it's up to you to go with what I highlight or perhaps with something else. So that's why at the moment we're just sticking with the one game a day. But thank you to everyone for your messages. Keep them coming in. You can comment in the YouTube video below. And look, what I'd say is, if you're enjoying the European Cricket Series, why don't you ask a friend or 2 friends or 5 friends to watch the games? If they do love their cricket, it's certainly a different brand of cricket, and it is very entertaining. And I do think on Super Tiger Tuesday there in Cyprus, we are going to see some close finishes, which I suppose we're lacking a bit on day one. And one more thing with respect to my 11 to watch, obviously a lot of people use these for their fantasy teams, and look, occasionally things don't go quite as I expect. Like, for example, in the Punjab Lions first match of the tournament, I did highlight the package, Kulwinder Singh. Now, they decided just to throw Gunasekara up to open the batting, and he did a really good job for them. So unfortunately, the package was left unopened, and these things can happen. So look, you know, I do make my best calculations based on the information available, but you know, that was one. Unfortunately, I really did want to see some more of the package, and hopefully we see some on day 2 for the Punjab Lions. But let's get back to this game now between Amdocs and the Nicosia Tigers. Look, I think Amdocs' big problem is they're going to have to score competitive totals to win games, because their bowling isn't that strong. And they do have, for example, Patanayak, who really did hit the ball well. I was impressed with him, but it just puts a lot of pressure on him to score the runs. And also the opposition knows if they can keep him off strike, that builds the pressure on him. So I think it's up to the Amdocs batsmen to step up, take risks, and hopefully score some boundaries. Also, if you're batting with a player like Patanayak, I think it's very important that you give him the strike. So the other batsmen perhaps don't need to swing for boundaries every ball. If he's the other end, just get him on strike and let him do his thing. Then hopefully they can put 100 plus on the board and be competitive in these games. And I think, look, with 6 games to go, they've got a lot of time to turn things around. Nicosia Tigers, well, we haven't seen too many of them, but they were competitive, I suppose, against the Punjab Lions in the battle of the big cats, as I was calling it. And I think for that reason, they have slightly better form, and I'm picking them to win this game. The Nicosia Tigers, I think, will win match 6, and I'm picking Farouk Ahmed to be the star player. Now, also, that's another thing that can be affected by the toss. So sometimes you have really good batsmen, and if their team bowls first and they're only chasing, say, 70 or 80, they don't get a chance to score as many runs as they might if they'd batted first. So again, these are things that are uncertain, and really it's uncertainty which draws us all to the excitement of the ECS, or any sport for that matter. So I've put Farouk Ahmed. I think he might get a couple of wickets and also chip in some runs for the Tigers. So that is our match preview show for the Tuesday morning. We hope you can join us on the European Cricket Network. There's certainly a lot going on, and we'd love your company. I'll try and drop into the YouTube chat. I was a little bit busy today, but hopefully I'll be back on the YouTube chat on Tuesday if you want to ask me any questions. So we hope you enjoy all the action from Cyprus. But for now, this is Vinny Sandhu for the European Cricket Network saying enjoy the game, and we'll see you next time.